So, people that have been waiting for us. Hi. The woman isn't here anymore, which is kind of unfortunate. Probably means we can never do that thing at least, but... Yeah. Hi, Jean. Miss Comier,
Look what the tide brought in.
says the man without sunglasses. Suddenly his expression changes and he tilts his head. From our precinct, the one that was already basically looking at us before what the heck we were doing, and the lady, I don't know, the one more man.
Harry, you're bleeding all over the place. You're half dead.
Sure, that's true. This is the man with sunglasses from the whirling in rags. But where are his sunglasses? No one else seemed bothered by the bleeding.
Bothered by it? Harry, you look like you need a fucking organ transplant.
Maybe.
Fuck it. Let's not get into that.
He takes a deep breath. Who are you people? Wait, you're the man with the sunglasses.
That's right. And you're bleeding.
And who are you people?
Hello,
I know
Trent
you.
Heilerstam. I believe we've met on several occasions.
Yes, Trant Heidelstam. I recognize this picture at least.
I'm your goddamn partner, Jean-Vic Comar. And this is your special task force. Or what's left of it.
Our special task force? That's very strange. We're in that sort of position to have our own task force? He says, gesturing towards his companions.
Special Consultant Trant Heidelstam, Patrol Officer Judith Minot.
Hi.
Alright, that's way more than I expected, to be honest.
We've come to scrape what's left of you off the pavement.
Lieutenant Kim Kisuragi, Prison 57. We've just come from the island, where our investigation led us.
Indeed, he points to Seaford.
We might need your help with something later.
He adds, suddenly regaining his confidence. As if he recalled that he is in fact a decorated police lieutenant and not a naughty boy.
But this is clearly a departmental matter, so I'm going to leave you to discuss it among yourselves.
Okay, Kim, I'll miss ya. Thank you, Lieutenant. I'm not gonna ask him. Let's destroy them. Thank you, Lieutenant.
It's good to meet you, Lieutenant Kitsuhagi.
She says warmly, flashing the Lieutenant the tiniest of smiles. Letting the Lieutenant know he shouldn't feel embarrassed of the shitstorm that's about to befall you. And by the way, there's a giant. Forget all about all of this. There's a giant.
We're not forgetting about anything. Look at you.
He points at you with both hands. So what is this about then?
Ari, we want to help you. Trant, I believe this is where you come in?
This is the horse-faced woman. I don't know why you named her that, indeed. But it was beyond idiotic. You should never trust her using those words again. Indeed.
I don't quite know what I'm doing here. I was asked to participate as an expert. I think I need to manage your expectations a little. I'm at best an enthusiast in cognitive science.
Okay. He takes a step back.
My background is in something else entirely. I engage in neurology on a merely theoretical level. In fact, I should probably get going.
He makes air quotes.
No, Trant. It's too late. You're part of this shit now. What have you got to say for yourself, shit kid?
He turns to you. We're the shit kid. What does he have to say for himself? He left you to catch the bullets. Shit kid. What an interesting moniker. You're not even blonde. You, not the female officer. I'm sorry I didn't recognize you before.
It's okay. I didn't come here to gloat or to fool you. Neither did he, actually. We're just worried.
That's okay. She sighs, she's just toward the square.
That's right. Worried. I'm always worried about you. Every time you don't show up to work. Or when you do, but stink. You're a worry fest. She's worried about you. I'm worried about you. Even Special Consultant Backpedal is worried about you. Everyone worries instead of working.
So, what's a shit kid?
You. Shit kid, that's you.
Maybe you've deserved it. So, how did you know I was here?
The cafeteria manager you fucked over told us where you went.
Damn you! Oh, I understand, okay. Carter told you.
And the people on the street helped us too, with your whereabouts.
Okay. She looks around. And you aren't the man with sunglasses at all. You're not even blonde.
Guilty as charged. I heard you lost your mind and your memory. I wanted to see if it was true.
He exchanges a look with the special
And
consultant.
it was. Good work, Harry. You're insane now. There's one less person for me and everyone else to rely on.
Actually, I suspected something was off.
Did you? Or did you literally not recognize my face? We've been partners for how long, Harry? Don't answer that. You don't remember.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean that we didn't do our job here. He adjusts his tie. Judging by the familiarity you feel towards him, 2 years minimum, or maybe a short but close stint on the task force. He's right. Don't start questioning us. Not a good time. No, I wouldn't be. So, Trond Heidelstam turns out to be the special consultant Trond Heidelstam.
Yes, I'm Trond Heidelstam. I never said I wasn't Trond Heidelstam.
Wait, what was up with the kid then?
Mikael? Mikael's my son.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
No problem.
So, what are you special consulting here?
What indeed? I was asked to share my take on some of the more obscure theories developed in Königstein in the 30s, like partial psychotraumatic amnesia, group personality theory.
He looks at the dilapidated chucks, then you.
He's here to see if you're insane. He's smart. Let's move on.
Alright. So, you mentioned the task force.
Yeah. Major Crimes Unit. Under Lieutenant Dubois and Vicomar. Ring any bells?
Refresh my memory. Who else is in this unit?
Refresh your memory? It's a goddamn Major Crimes Unit. There's you, me, Jude, Trond fucking Heidelstam, and Guillaume Bevy.
He stares at you.
I'm technically just a civilian advisor.
Technically.
Fuck you. You're part of this shit show.
But yeah, I do remember that he was there talking to the Sun just recently about the history and stuff. So, okay. First, who's Guillaume Bevy?
Oh, that's an interesting story, actually. Guillaume Bevy is a police reporter who joined our team. He was really good. Then he left, because he lost faith in your ability to lead the unit.
Ah, he's not smiling.
Other people have left too. Good, smart people. People we won't get back. Only me and this really patient patrol officer are still here. And Trond, because I'm forcing him to stay.
Aw. Is this Guillaume Bevy blonde and partial to sunglasses? Is this Guillaume Bevy blonde with sunglasses like you wear?
See? There! He's getting it. I was impersonating him. Look at me, I'm G-Baby. It was going to be funny. But then, you really did have brain damage. So, not so much anymore.
He wags his finger at you. He sincerely thought it was going to be amusing for both of you. Okay, so what does the unit do?
Do? It's a major crimes unit. We clear the desk of cases so Precinct 41 doesn't look like the worst station in town. We're shit tier now, Harry. Because of you.
There your posse, or what remains of it, hand-picked, hand-lost.
The 41st isn't...
He trails off, not wishing to finish the sentence. Where have you been all this time? There was a mercenary tribunal.
God damn it, Harry.
He shifts his weight, crosses his arms, and looks you in the eye.
You told us to fuck off. You said we are cramping your style. You're detective god. Fuck everything. All will burn. Detect or die.
Why didn't you detect or die then? Wait, so you let me face a squad of trained killers alone just to teach me a lesson?
It wasn't like that.
Wasn't?
Fuck you, Harry. We didn't know there was gonna be a tribunal, did we?
Well, if I said all those things, I'm not like that anymore, though.
Yes, you're sorry. You're the sorriest cop who ever lived. Nothing has changed, Harry. I've heard this repentant shit a million times over.
Well, it is different now, though. We have been different. We haven't been drinking even once during this time. I only very recently even smoked something. I haven't drank once. Duped again. No one's who they say they are.
Duped? Hey, here's a brilliant idea. Don't be a morbid drunk, and you won't be duped so easily.
Gardener, scout leader, this, turn to the left and tell me at least you are who you said you were. That's just funny. That is so funny, but I'm not gonna say it because I know he is who he is. Okay, that does have something to do with it, yes.
No, everyone's just a brilliant master of disguises.
I didn't say that, so none of this is ringing any bells.
The bells aren't ringing because you have brain damage. Trant, this is where you come in. How bad is it?
He turns to the blonde. It's memory loss, it's not otherwise like damage, brain damage.
Well, he doesn't have visible tremors, he talks without slurring, he can drive a boat, he's standing, reasoning. All good signs, but complete retrograde amnesia, episodic and semantic.
Yes, memory loss, definitely.
As displayed in the station call, our interactions with him, and I don't want to be a snitch, but also mine with him before when Harry did not seem to know who I was. It's all very interesting.
Indeed.
Interesting?
Yes, interesting. I have my theories, but I would like to hear Harry's thoughts first. Harry, what do you think happened to you? Neurologically, psychologically, and why not socioeconomically?
Poor, I lost my memory. Well, a lot of this can be true. Well, this, of course, like, socioeconomically, is just like, what? You really think that's important? This, obviously, yes. This is the thing that happened. But, those are just silly. That, maybe it has something more to do with things. Who can say, really? That is not true, and something so sad happened to me that I couldn't be me anymore. It was a defense mechanism.
Psychotraumatic amnesia? Trant? I can go for that. Shit, kid is a broken man. Always has been. Who isn't? I know I am. But you know what?
He turns to a special consultant.
I keep my shit together. Also, I know a person can't wipe their own mind, however traumatic it gets. That doesn't happen. You're lying. Or insane. Or both.
But that cost of drinking. He turns back to you.
Detective Vigmer, he has blanked out before.
She interjects. Have I? I have?
Yes, a couple of times. After some of the more serious benders. One was after the two drunks case, the other when we looked into that mural.
Interesting. She pauses, remembering. The two cases in your ledger, the unsolvable case and the next world mural, those were recent. Those cases were hard on you.
Interesting. So at first he dipped his toes into it, prepared. That's where he would have gotten the idea, yes. Practice. And then he used alcohol to get there, so to speak.
What do you mean?
Well, here's my theory. What if this is an absolutely normal reaction to the world we're living in? What if this is not a significant anomaly at all? Something to be explained, approached as a defect? Look at the sensory input here.
He gestures towards scenery.
Look at the ruins, the neon. Listen to the radio, the multitudes, the people. Live here for 40 years. As a police detective, he's like a magnetic reader on the world tape, to borrow a known metaphor. Harry's been pushed flat against it. Total input. Hardwired to the free market. He just needed for its end.
He nods confidently.
Okay, Trant, thank you. That's absolutely meaningless. I'm glad we brought you. Will he or will he not be able to work in the major crimes unit? Is he a crétin now? I want to know that.
I think I can now get to be better. I went all the way to the bottom and I can now start my work back.
He's not a cretin, and he is able to do work. If not in his previous leadership role, then as a line detective.
Line detective is good for now. I don't care to lead, to be honest.
For now? I misphrased my question. It should have been, is he able to put his clothes on and use the potty? Or do we need to get him on a disability pension?
He looks at you, then at Trant. What now?
Now, nothing. Now we're just going to stand here.
Uh-huh, really?
No, now we discuss that. What the fuck did you do to our motor carriage? Why is it there, Harry?
Our motor carriage? Oh yeah, the one in the goddamn ocean. I drove it into the ocean when I was drunk. Yes, I know. I messed up.
So refreshing. It just admits it. Thank you for your honesty. Thank you for destroying 45,000 real of police property. That's coming out of everyone's payslip.
Yeah, I am sorry.
It doesn't matter. Your badge, Harry. Show me your badge.
Well, I don't have the goddamn gun though. I got my badge right here. Show it to them. What? In a rush to demonstrate your badge, your eager fingers can't sustain a grip on the smooth plastic and the badge slips out of your hand. You're proficient in catching small objects, am I? Well, let's see if I can catch it. Yep, 1-1. Really a bad failure. Well, you chuckle the badge for a second. Unsuccessfully, it lands on the ground some 2 meters away. Ouch. You strained your elbow trying to catch that stupid thing. Damn it. Let me kill myself.
He found it. He found it, Jean. It's his badge.
Yep, but I don't have the gun, so you will be very upset about that. The patrol officer picks it up and gives it back to you, slippery and gold.
And your gun?
The man stares at you unimpressed. I'm on it 24/7. I'm tracking it down right now.
But you haven't, because you're drunk. You lost your gun, and you're drunk. You're a drunk, gunless bum. I can smell it.
I don't drink anymore. I quit drinking forever. It's only me in this boring hellhole now.
I don't buy it. Why do you smell like a corpse then, huh?
Well, how wouldn't I?
He's wounded. It's been a long week, and he's handled an actual corpse.
Indeed. He looks at you. Yeah. Yeah, it's been a bit of a week. I'm sorry, I smell bad.
A bit of a week? You're drunk, and you let the suspect escape, a certain Glacier, because you were too drunk to assess a flight risk.
No, he's Queen's.
We've read the report, Sari. Lieutenant Kitsuhagi's. We know.
Sure, but she wasn't the one that made the kill. Not taking her in was the right thing to do. She gave a vital clue that led us to the island.
Oh well, if she was nice. I'm not even gonna get into the other suspect, who also escaped. Yeah, Ruby something.
Yeah, I know she escaped, but again, she would have been a good caught, yes. He was a criminal, but she didn't do the kill. He rubs his face in frustration.
Or the fact that you very likely sold your gun for booze. That's peanuts, that's nothing. That's a humorous anecdote. Compared to the 8 people who were gunned down, the streets are literally red with blood, Harry. It was fucking mass murder.
I know, that was my fault.
He did everything he could. We did everything we could. The company hired unvetted mercenaries. Lieutenant Dubois got between them and the locals.
Yeah, at least we did that. Here comes the cavalry. Thank you, Kim.
He did so at considerable risk to his own life. He was shot, not once, but twice. We stopped an execution, not a negotiation. The loss of life was minimal compared to what it could have been.
Aw, you're too kind to us, Kim. I also solved the case. It's solved. All of it.
Detective, it's better if I do that.
He says at the lowered voice. Yes, you're welcome. You can do it.
Thank you for the input, Lieutenant Kitsuragi. I didn't mean to suggest you didn't handle the situation.
He brushes a strange strand of hair off his eye and coughs.
You spent the week with him on this case. What is your take?
On the case?
On Lieutenant Geoffrey Dubois.
On us overall.
Well, the drinking, the gun losing, also losing the badge. That's all true. Although he has not been drinking on the job this week.
Yay, we haven't. He pulls up his collar.
See?
Yeah, we improved.
1 week.
Yeah, well, that's... Now we changed man.
Then there's the self-flagellation issue. He likes to apologize, profusely, making it sound like he's guilty of at least first-degree murder. It's not a good communication strategy for an officer.
Aw.
It's just strange, especially in light of his political views. Detective Dubois is, as you may know, a true blue moralist, a man of the center, not prone to political outbursts, which is commendable, but also at odds with his behavior.
We are a strange being.
And then there's the motor carriage in the sea, and the constant smoking everywhere, all the time. But despite all this, he is a great detective, one of the best I have seen, in fact.
There isn't constant smoking. That's a little bit of a lie, considering we've only smoked in the very last few days, and minimally. Like, there was 6 of this, and we smoked 3 times. Like, that's not a lot, but hey, what can she do? We smoked even a little bit.
He can talk human beings into telling him everything, and he doesn't stop. In all the time I've spent with him, he has not once stopped pursuing leads, however far-fetched and tangential. He is tireless, madly driven.
Yay.
Well, except that one time when he stopped to sing karaoke, which, by the way, I have to disagree with you, Mr. Vicmar, was a valiant effort. He really sang his heart out.
Well, thank you, even though I don't know how you hurt me, but maybe you've come back at that point and you just... or hadn't left even yet.
Okay, you did something.
Other than that one time, he has tirelessly worked on the case, and he solved it. We have a confession, a murder weapon, and the perpetrator, locked on the island right now, awaiting transportation.
Cool.
He apprehended a revolutionary brigade who stayed hidden for 50 years, ever since the revolution, who's probably committed other murders over those years. Oh, and he also discovered a new species.
Yay, he pauses.
A new species?
Indeed.
A colossal stick insect. It was on the island, camouflaged as the reeds. It unfolded from the reeds. I think we may be dealing with the Insulindian phasmid.
Indeed. He takes out the photo and shows it to the officers across the yard. Thick white snow falls all around you. Flakes stick to the glossy photo of the phasmid. You hear gasps beneath the howling of the wind.
As you can see, it's about 3 meters tall. In fact, we think it may be the largest land invertebrate ever discovered.
Boom shakalaka, motherfucker. Say nothing. I don't need to say anything.
Fucking hell is that? Is this somehow connected to the case?
Partially, little bit at least, onto the man's condition, yes, I think. The man cranes his neck, still looking at the photo.
Detective?
He turns to you. Yes, I believe the pheromone it emits may be responsible for the killer's mental degradation.
The old man was not aware of the phasmid's presence. Exhibiting a strange, atypical dementia, he fell into a stupor after its appearance. He became near catatonic.
So it is connected.
Yeah. Dot dot dot.
I must say, this is absolutely extraordinary. I don't even have words for it.
He points to the photo. Yes!
Yes, it really does make it hard to fire the drunk.
His tired eyes follow the photo as the lieutenant puts it away. It does make it hard to fire the drunk. Yeah, I know, we really have been a really terrible cop, but we've improved from there. This is a very, very sad man who has just seen something that's made him forget his sadness. Also started the night club in the church, sure, but... Also, the Basmins was a female that reached its nest. Do we know that? We have a strong motive for him, sure. Yeah, that's also very plausible. That's also true. So what to say? Wanna take this hot shit back? But yeah, let's start from here. The killer Lilianovich draws. We have a strong motive for him.
Lilianovich. A revolutionary matronym.
Yeah, a special consultant traces the Cypro. A revolutionary matronym.
The custom started in Grad, where they have patronyms. Krasovich, Lasovich, etc. The revolutionaries saw this as a chauvinist atavism, so they used matronyms, derived from the mother's name instead.
Interesting.
This man's mother was Lilian. His Lilian's son, Lilianovich. The custom was overturned after the revolution failed, but not before it made it to Revachol.
Intriguing.
So, it is what a soldier of the ICM would be called.
Yeah.
Thank you, Trant. Thank you for that piece of cultural theory. You said you have a motive?
He turns to you.
Of course, excuse me, I just thought it was noteworthy.
It was interesting. He wasn't quite sure about the straggler before he heard this detail. He must have convinced him. Mercenary act of jealousy. Nope. Might have small things to do with it, but not really. He killed the mercenary in an act of jealousy.
Jealousy? I thought this Lilianovich was an old man. To have been hiding for 50 years, 70-something?
Yeah.
A strange psychosexual fixation, aggravated possibly by proximity to the phasmid and its chemicals. He himself gave a political reason, said he had killed an enemy combatant. Also, we have ballistics from the gun, matching the bullet found in the dead mercenary's head, and 2 officers on the scene that Mr. Dross confessed to.
Mm-hmm.
It's a clean win.
Oh, it's way more than that. Way, way more. Dora back. It's more than that. The perfect folding mechanism like a passmit. This is also something I'd like to say, but...
Perfect folding mechanism. Get over yourself, Harry. I can still smell the booze on the wind.
Yeah, but after I didn't drink, I did good. He rolls his eyes. God damn it, doesn't it ever leave? It is there, like in your bones or something. It will pass in time. The previous head of the Departures Union was assassinated by our killer as well.
This is a conversation for when we are no longer out in the open. In Martinez, where Evrart and Edgar Clare have ears everywhere.
The lieutenant lowers his voice just a little.
Understood,
True.
of course.
But a case against Evrart would be big.
I would prefer not to partake in anything union-related, for political neutrality.
The consultant too has lowered his voice. This has to be good stuff for him to backpedal out of it at the first mention. There was also a dead man on the boardwalk. A missing person I found.
Yes. Fallen through a gap in the boardwalk. Drunk.
So, how did you know I found him?
The body was transported to Precinct 41, our morgue. I had Tilbrook and Mullins take care of funeral arrangements and family stuff.
Good.
You're not the only cop in the world, Harry. This all comes back to us.
Of course,
Still, good work with the missing person, detective.
she says quietly. Thank you. It still point to you, no denying it. I also looked into the mystery of the Doom commercial area.
I don't know what a Doom commercial area is.
He shrugs. Rue de Saint Ghislaine 10, a commercial building where all businesses go bankrupt. I looked into it.
Why? That's not what you were supposed to do here.
There was a fridge we needed and a possible witness. He was just chasing a lead and ended up advising a local shopkeeper. It was okay.
Of course. Call it community outreach, right?
Yeah, indeed. That's perfect way to call it. Also, the passmate was female. The reeds are its nest.
Female? What makes you think so?
You had to see it. It had the subdued colors of a female. And the nesting behavior too, I think.
Incredible. Were there eggs in the nest?
Not as far as I could see. There were other things there, though.
He turns to you. It had gathered items in its nest, a helmet, a scope, and a password.
Actually, you know, this would indicate it was a male. This is far from anything in my field, but I think such nests are called bowers. They are for attracting mates.
I still think it was a female, though.
Of course, as I said, I'm only guessing. I didn't see it. It must be robust if it can move a whole helmet with its limbs.
Yeah, he pauses, turning something over in his head. I think it reproduces by... I think it emits a chemical that makes it look even more like the reeds.
Yes. That would be a chiromone, a pheromone that's seemingly beneficial to the host. It usually stimulates the affected nervous system. Not a human's, of course, but perhaps a predator's?
Maybe. The predator seemed intoxicated somehow, like an addict. It's just a hunch, but...
There are species of bees that, under the influence of chiromones, take wasp larvae to their hives. Ants do the same with aphids, thinking they're... Do you think this is how it stayed hidden?
Maybe, yeah. He stops.
Nothing is off the table. But I want to stress this. The find does not have to be connected to the case. The case is 100% prosecutable, without any chiromones.
Indeed.
Of course, Lieutenant, of course. We should treat the case and the phasmid as completely separate from each other. People are not going to.
Yeah, it's not gonna be easy to believe. He shakes his head.
They're not going to go for this speculation in the constabulary.
And yeah, I think it reproduces by parthogenesis.
As in cloning itself? What makes you think so?
Observation.
Well, then it wouldn't matter if it's a male or female. The bower would just be rudimentary behavior from before the parthenogenetic mutation.
That makes sense, yes.
Very interesting.
He looks
Such
around.
organisms are extremely vulnerable to disease. A single strain of bacteria could wipe out the whole species. We're probably looking at conservation efforts here.
Yeah, he looks around quickly, assessing the coast. Conclude, it had mandibles that looked like hair, and it was completely white on the inside.
Yes, but also reed-colored, beige and brown, a little green on the outside. After unfolding from a single stalk, it still retained parts that looked like reed tufts on its limbs.
Incredible. The PR value of this is exceptional. Carp discovers new species. Maybe even discovers the Insulindian phasmid. No, that's too much.
A little bit too much. He reveals turning to his square.
This would really help with some of the problems we've been having.
Cool.
Absolutely, this is great. This does not say vigilante murderers to me at all. This says science, news, human interest. You know, it's a really good thing you have that photo.
Indeed. Otherwise it would not be believable at all. He smiles.
Without it,
He shakes his head. You're doing good here. Perhaps only for a moment, but still. Quit while you're ahead, or no? Yeah, I don't think that's necessarily a good thing that we started a nightclub. Yeah. So what do you say? Wanna take this hot shit back?
I don't want to. but you discovered a new species and solved the murder.
He shrugs, and we point to ourselves, of course.
So I have to. Jude?
Anything that ends the trial is okay with me.
A quick nod. You haven't been drinking, she thinks, so maybe this time. Yeah, I will definitely try to not drink ever again.
Agreed. The public relations potential of this is too valuable to let go.
Okay. We have vehicles in the square, and the perpetrator needs to be taken into custody. Let's go.
Yes. Now you will finally get to know who you are. Wait, I have a few questions before we go about who I am. The man looks westward impatiently, jingling his car keys in his pocket. Precinct 41. What kind of station is it?
Us? We're the bloody murder station. Haven't you heard? We're the bad guys. No one likes us.
That's sad.
That's not true. Jamrock is too big for one precinct. You are just understaffed, and everyone respects the 41st. You have Captain Price.
Thank you, Lieutenant. You're being kind. It is an understaffed station, and the district is too big, which is why we need to...
He tilts his head northward.
Get back to it. We left Torson and McLean to run the Sea Wing. It's not good.
Thorston and McLean.
Mac the Torso Torson and Chester McLean. They're not fit to run a wing. Believe me. Things are shaky as it is.
She arches an eyebrow. They are damn iconic though, Thorston and McLean. An iconic duo, I take it.
Yeah, not like us. Two clinically depressed old men. Where's the contrast here? We're garbage.
I guess so, but hey, at least I got somewhere a little bit better now. And the Sea Wing is?
God. There are 4 wings, Harry. A, B, C, and D. We're in C. It's made of losers and clock punchers. You and I reconceptualized it as a task force. It was a mistake.
Aw, he sighs.
There's also a lot of outside help involved, not only me. Other losers too.
He smiles. Other losers, yay! He is anything but a loser, although he would like to be seen as one. It's cooler that way. And Price is...
Ptolemy Price? He's the son of the old Price, one of the founders of the RCM.
Ah,
He's one of the most highly regarded men in the force. You're lucky.
wow. Somewhere under the curved roof of the former silk factory, shaped like a ladybird with 2 chimneys, Police Captain Ptolemy Price sits behind a heavy wooden desk. Resident medic Nick Gottlieb pours him coffee. It's silent in the captain's office. They speak of chains, the city, the tension on the streets. They speak of the events of April and the plot on the streets in May. So, did we recently shoot up the church by any chance? Point to the church.
So he remembers that. Yes, there may have been a raid on some churches. It wasn't good press.
No.
Shooting up churches never is. I was out of town, to be clear.
So what happened? Why did we need to go there?
Our enemies were hiding in a church, to the best of our information. That's it. I'm not talking about this anymore. Your security clearance is shit tier right now. You have to wait for it to go up.
Yes, sir. He means it. The RCM and its enemies will not be discussed on this coast. Your clearance will not go up while you're within earshot of the Union headquarters. So I work in the bloody murder station.
Okay, it's not the bloody murder station. It's an old converted silk mill with green desk lamps and coffee corner. A lot of good people work there, hard, every day.
Jamrock is the largest ghetto in Rivershoal. Faubourg, technically, but it's divided into 11 districts. Jamrock only has us.
The press will blow over. Jamrock is lucky to have you, and it's often considered to be the greatest of the districts. You're lucky to have it.
Yay, he says in a reassuring tone.
Thank you again, Lieutenant.
So who am I exactly?
Who are you? You're a gym teacher, Harry.
Gym teacher? What?
Well, obviously you're not a gym teacher anymore, but...
But before?
Before you were a cop, you were a gym teacher in Coron. It's getting really cold outside. Should we maybe...
She looks around. That does explain a lot.
Harry, it explains everything. The running around, the jumping, the bicep girth, your inexplicable facial hair.
The collection of found sportwear I've amassed.
Some of your more old-school wording choices. Your posture, even. The constant stretches.
Also, this guy, just everything about this guy. So when was this? When was when was I a gym teacher?
In your 20s or late 20s. You've really let yourself go since then.
He looks you over. So you said in Couronne, I was a gym teacher there.
Yes, you taught gym in Couronne. I believe that's the term. Taught gym at a high school. You were a high school gym teacher.
Indeed. The smell of sweat and glue, the worn floorboards.
High school. Harry, your goings-on with Kuno, Andre, Acel, the whole thing on the ice. That's why you are so juvie.
Makes sense, yeah. His smirks of sex barely contained laughter, so why did I join the RCM then?
The regular. You found some chick. She inspired you to fight the big fight. Be more than you are. All that.
Yeah. You were every morning walking from Voyager Road to Elysium, she leaving for the academy with the spring coat on, the air filled with the smell of smoke and raspberries and incredible hope, an ocean full of hope. Okay, I see now.
I knew it. I knew no normal human being can run like that. He's an honest-to-God gym teacher.
Guess so. So, why am I like this?
It's not a mystery. Some chick fucked you over. Also, you were drunk.
Now I'm not a drunk at least anymore. You really went with it to really maximize the damage. Was her name Dora?
Yeah. Dora Ingelund, I think.
Yep. Not Dora Du Bois. Wait, Dora Ingerlunk?
Something like that. Half-Vasen.
Half-Vasen, so we weren't even married.
No one is married anymore. This is Revachol.
So when was this?
God, I don't know. 6 years ago? She was way before my time.
Ah, okay. 6 years and you haven't gotten over it. What the hell is wrong with you? 6 years?
No, it was 6. Like ancient. It's an old man thing. 2 old years equals 1 normal year. That and Dora Ingelund really tore you a new one. A big one.
Yeah, or 7, you're not going to do good there. It's an old man thing. Or 7. So who was she?
Incredibly bangable?
No, I meant, what did she do?
She was incredibly fuckable. A beautiful bourgeois woman. Wayfish. Like a Welkin, basically.
Snow Welkin, Blonde Welkin. That's why, yeah, the Welkin stuff too. Heartbreak, Welkin. Pain, Welkin.
I've only seen a picture. But it's obvious you formed a real spiritual connection with how pretty she was. One you never recuperated from.
Look, the sun is about to go down. It's time to go home.
She turns to face the sea.
I think she taught in the Académie des Arts, east of the river. Way east. Hard to say which came first. The middle-class chick or the drink. Egg and the chicken kind of thing.
Yeah.
My point is, you need to see a psychiatrist about this shit. Not a psychologist. Several degrees harder. Is there something harder than a psychiatrist? A forensic psychiatrist? Go talk to that.
He pauses to think, yeah. So, okay. The plasmid, I need to tell Lena about this ASAP.
Who is Lena?
A cryptozoologist. She lives in Shamrock on Tabernacle Road. She told me about this plasmid.
Tabernacle? It's on the way over. Near where you live on Perdition.
She looks at Whiskmere.
Fine. If we're gonna drop you off anyway.
Cool.
She and her husband were conducting the search for the phasmid. It's their discovery, in part.
Yes.
They should know as soon as possible. It would do you good to deliver some positive news for a change.
Yay. She's going to be over the moon, definitely. So, okay, am I a dirty cop working for the La Puta Matre?
No.
Cool. No, because the suspects seem to think...
You're too unstable to work for a mob boss. You're suicidal, Harry. No mob boss would take you.
Cool.
I assure
Good to
you,
know.
I wouldn't consult for a corrupt unit.
Good. He would immediately backpedal out of it. Definitely does seem like the person. I told you it's not that bad. Good. So, Lieutenant Kitsuraki, it has been a pleasure. What will you do now? Of course, go back to your unit.
Well, first I will go back to my station and write the most detailed report anyone has ever seen. It will have to be good to cover all these. Then I will have a serious talk with my captain.
Okay, about what?
Detective, we just stopped a small-scale war. Something is happening to Revachol.
He pulls up his collar and looks around, the gold spring lights reflected in the lenses of his glasses.
I don't know what yet, but it's going to be a hard spring for the RCM. We need to get ready, infiltrate, investigate.
Makes sense, yeah. Distant traffic, a scrap of newspaper drifts by, carried by the wind. It says tensions rise in Terminal IC in light of the temporary strike of Terminal B among representatives of heavy industry in Coal City. You read, want to do that at Station 41?
Talk to Captain Price? I'd rather not ruffle the feathers of two captains with my doom-mongering.
No, I meant investigate. Come work in Present 41. I love to have you as my partner.
Work with Price? I'm flattered, but I don't know if I...
A crooked smile quivers on his lips. Would fit in? I'm crazy enough? Can take the stress? It doesn't know how to finish the sentence.
Flattered? You're Lieutenant Kitsuragi. We would be flattered if you even considered.
Aw,
I would have to tie things up in GRIH first. But, I mean, whatever is coming, Jamrock will be more central to it than the harbor.
the lieutenant turns very serious all of a sudden.
And we also have a huge caseload, Lieutenant. Piles that we need to get back to. Mountains, even.
She says with a smile.
I do like the sound of that.
He returns her smile. Yay, I'm ready. And
Good.
she looks at you, then Visquare.
Fuck it, let's go. Tron
Am I-
brought his motor carriage. It's a 20-minute drive to Jamrock.
Cool. The man points down the street. Under the afternoon sky, the great district hums. A chessboard of wooden houses, 80,000 living souls and chimney stacks. Fire traps as far as the eye can see. From Main Street to Precinct 41 to Bookie Street, walking into the snow-swept horizon. You close your eyes and hear the dogs bark. A lone woman sits by the factory window, dreaming of a meteorite strikes. On Rue Saint-Jérôme, a square bullet slides into a square-shaped chamber. In Old South, a man without eyelids smiles. Spring has come. It's time. Dawson? Yes. McLean? Yes. Hiddleston? No. Visquare? Yes. Du Bois? Of course. Really? Nick Gottlieb looks up from the list. I heard he's unstable. You must say that like it's a bad thing. Captain Plumley Price gestures with a ballpoint pen. It's dim in the office and the curtains are drawn. Harry's our man. He'll pull through. When he does, he'll slide with the RCM. Understood. Gottlieb returns to the list. Me not? Of course.
Wonderful. Then can we please just go back to Jamrock now?
Yes, let's go. Even if there's a lot of things I would love to do right here, right now, but we gotta go when we gotta go. We did it, Kim. You can take a ride too. And our old partner in crime. Yep, coming. Limping back to the car. Thanks, buddy. Ah, so cool. You can write Disco Elysium. Yeah, I was kind of hoping that we could also tell the woman about the plasmid still, but I guess this is the end. This is where we end in. Lots of things that I wish that I would have managed to do, but also we managed to do a lot of things. So on the other hand, can I be really that disappointed? It's a nice music and the ending was cool. especially with the plasmid, it's like it made it so incredible. I really thought that I had lost a chance with it completely, but clearly we didn't quite. I'm just so happy. Like, that made me so excited seeing the plasmid. Ah, my goodness, it really was a cool game. Not, of course, a lot of fights or anything of the sort. There was a few cases, yeah, but in all honesty, I'm happy with the people that we didn't take and try to arrest. Well, Rose, maybe we should have. It's not like she was a great person, but at least she didn't commit the murder, so that's something, I guess. Let's enjoy the music a bit, though. There we go. Mankind, be vigilant. Let's see if there's anything afterwards, but probably not. I wouldn't expect there to be, yeah, nothing more. And that's okay. That is okay. Even if I would really have loved to be able to tell Lena about this. It's just such a shame that we couldn't. But hey, at least we know it will be done. Here's the church too. Maybe I should have actually told about turn it into a disco dance place, because that would have also been actually pretty good publicity, I'd say. Just honestly talking about. I love these colors, and that picture of with the plasmid was amazing looking. I really loved it. And yeah, it's a unique game. There's a lot of cool choices. The dice can sometimes be indeed just really annoying, especially if you fail some really good chances, like the 80% chances all the time, like that succession with the lady, like multiple times failing. Was really annoying, but that's how it is, of course. But yeah, I really love the game nonetheless, so I hope you guys enjoyed Disco Elysium with me, and well, we'll see what else we will be able to play in next. So, thank you for watching, and see you with another game. Bye bye.